Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back, Bookaholics. Today I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts about season 2 of Shadow and Bones. I think that this was a spectacular season. I believe that for season 2, Netflix has pulled out all the stops and have given us a wonderful season. I enjoyed every bit of it. I had a little bit of problems here and there. We'll talk about it later. But overall, I loved the season. So the season starts off with Melina. They are in the immigration and they realize that the shadow fold is expanding, it is growing, and maybe General Kerrigan is not dead. Don't know yet. So they want to keep looking for the rest of the two other mythical amplifiers, and then we get to see a little bit of Darkling. Darkling seriously has some problem. He looks like he has got COVID. He is coughing nonstop, and yeah, I wouldn't shake hands with him. Then enter our crows. They are back to Keradam and they realize that they are not that welcome there. They have, from scene one, they have problems and problems and problems. Pecarolins have taken over their club and they get arrested. So a lot of things happen there. Then we know that Matthias is still locked up in Hellgate and Nina wants to free him and she needs Crow's help for that. She decides to help Crows in turn so that they will help her rescue Matthias from Hellgate. And we can safely say that Nina is really good at kicking asses. Then we have several new characters introduced. All of them I've been waiting for. We get Violin. Oh my god. We'll talk about Violin, okay? Then we have Tamar and Tolia. Then we have Nikolai introduced. Can I just say how brilliant the casting is, especially with Violin, what they have done? Oh my god, it almost feels like he was literally plucked out from the books and, was given birth that way. He looks exactly how he is described, or at least how I pictured him while I was reading the book. So, Violin, perfect casting. Tolia and Tamar, oh my god, the guy is so hot. Like, ooh, he is super hot. Good job there, Netflix. And then Nikolai. Nikolai definitely suits the role perfectly. I really do think that after Dark, the German series, this is the series which has nailed casting on the head. Like super, super perfect casting. Overall, the season was so much fun to watch. I loved so many great scenes. I will talk about them later. But yeah, great scenes and funny banter, especially Jesper. He nails the funny banter part. Also, I like the fact that they took time out for some slow, quiet, intimate moments between some characters to give their ships some depth. So I really like that. It's not always action packed. There is intimate emotional moments which I really loved. Yeah, I think it was a good mix of both action packed scene and these quiet moments. Can we talk about the ships? Oh my god, I love Kaz and Inej or Kanej. I don't want to spoil the books for people or the future season for people. So I would just say that it was really heartbreaking to see that they couldn't make it work in this season. You could feel the chemistry, you could feel what they have for each other, but for obvious reasons, Kaz is completely shut down and Inej really needs more from the relationship. Talking about Melina. Now, I know people have issues with Mel. I don't know why. For me, he works completely fine. He is this caring, loving, loyal, always there, dependable person in Alina's life, and he's always there when she needs him and he understands her better than anybody else. I have no freaking clue why people hate Mal, but I don't care. I love Mal, especially in this season. There are so many scenes where he was being so understanding, taking a step back, understanding that Alina's position demands certain kind of action, or in public at least, from her. He is so understanding. Sometimes I think Alina gives him a very hard time. Here comes a hot take. I don't like Alina that much. I don't know why. I think she's my least favorite character in the entire series. Matthias and Nina Helnick, they are such a cute couple. I really respect the love they have for each other. Looking forward to what's going to happen. Uh, and I will keep my mouth shut because I know what's going to happen. Moving on to my favorite ship in the entire series, and that's Vesper. Now, I was a little bit confused why Wylan is acting a little bit weird in the beginning, but then later we get an explanation that it's because they have actually have, you know, they had slept together, and Jesper has no recollection of that, and Wylan is pissed about it or embarrassed about it or whatever. But I think they are the cutest. I think Wylan is the cutest little sweet thing that you can just eat. Like, he is so cute. He's so perfect. And he's so perfectly cast as Wylan as well. So his name is Jack Wolf, I think. Perfect casting and perfect portrayal of the character as well. I love the banter between both of them, Jesper and Wylan, and how their relationship takes this nice, beautiful, calm, romantic turn. I just like everything about that. They are my I'm shipping them. Interestingly, I don't remember what happens to them in the book. I should check it out. There is a ship that I really want to ship, which does not exist in the season, but they have a fake ship going on. So you know whom I'm talking about. I'm talking about Alina and Nikolai. I think in so many scenes I felt them that, okay, cute. They could be together. I mean, especially because of Nikolai. You know what? To think about it, when you compare the girls in the series and the guys in the series, I think I like the guys better. They are very well cast. They have better fleshed out characters, and all of them, the real actors have portrayed the characters so well on screen. So if I want to rank the boys, that would be Darkling, then it would be Mal, then it would be Cass, Talia. Oh, Talia is so handsome. Nikolai, Matthias. I cannot make any list without Darkling in it. When it comes to Shadow and Bones, he has to be there. Talking about Darkling, was I disappointed in how his story turned out? I wanted more of him. Because they have mixed up the characters and the storylines from Shadow and Bone series and Six of Crows series, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I would have liked Darkling to come back and not, end his story in season 2 itself. I would have liked to see him in next season. So that was kind of disappointing. And I felt that Darkling was kind of underwhelming, and he turned out to be a caricature villain. There were so many things going on, and not enough screen time, or whatever screen time was there for the Darkling was not utilized well, I feel. So this is a complaint that I have. I would have loved to see the Darkling of season 1 intimidating, scary, unpredictable. That's what I wanted to see from my Darkling. It felt kind of anticlimactic, the ending that was given to Darkling. Talking about some of my favorite scenes, I love the entry scene for the twins, Tamar and Talia. That was an epic scene. I love the fight scene with the saint when they go to get the sword. I think all the action sequences in this season was perfect. Like, my favorite scene, if you ask me to pick, that would be Pekka Rollins down on his knees begging for his son's life. That was such a touching moment. And his scene in the prison as well, amazing. I think the actor did such justice to that character, Pekka Rollins' actor. If you let me speak, I can speak all night, all day about this season. There are so many things, scene by scene, that I want to talk about. The things that I didn't like, I told you, I didn't like the fact that the Darkling was given an underwhelming presence throughout the series, or at least not series, or throughout the season. The last 2 episodes I felt was kind of very slow. Last episode kind of felt like it is a setup for the coming season. That's what it felt like. It was quite slow, and because we had the conclusion in episode 7. So episode 8 was more or less kind of a segue into what's to come. That's what I felt. So now that we don't have Darkling, I don't know what's going to happen next season, because kind of feels like very low stake. Even though with Darkling, I felt like it was kind of low stake this season itself. I know we'll get Violent's backstory in season 3. We will definitely get to see a little bit more of Pekka Rollins and what happens in Hellgate. And that will be a nice thing to watch. How the Crows will manage to get Matthias out. Nina Matthias will be a huge part of the storyline. Maybe a little bit of Ruin and Rising and a lot of Crooked Kingdom. I worry about season 3 because our great villain is not there anymore. What is going to happen? Is it going to be a low stake, high setup? That would be a bummer, and that would be a knockdown from the previous 2 seasons. So that's kind of worrying me already. But I have faith in the makers because they gave us banger of a season 2. So I have faith in them. Those were my thoughts on Shadow and Bone season 2. What did you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys hate it? Whom did you love? Whom did you hate? What are you looking forward to in season 3? Let me know in the comments below. This is Angie signing off. Bye bye.